Hello dear students, welcome to Pawan Wagh Academy. Myself Dhanvantari Deshmukh. I am here to teach you different concepts on biology and they are from your 12th biology. And from today, first of all, we are starting with the syllabus. Now, this is your syllabus for 12th biology. Now, you know that you have completed your 10th standard, after that you have completed your 11th and now you are going to study for 12th biology. First of all, what is biology? Maybe you all are knowing about biology. What is biology? Biology means, bio means living and logy means to study. Here you are going to study about living things. And in that living things, again, what you are doing, that is given in these chapters. That's why today we are going to discuss the syllabus for 12th biology. Now, in the starting, first unit is reproduction. Here, in reproduction, first we are starting with reproduction in lower and higher plants. There are different plants. We know there are different kingdoms also. And from that kingdom plantae, we are going to discuss how these plants, how they are going to reproduce. As we all know, by the biological point of view, what happens? Every organism present on this Mother Earth, it is always ready to or struggling for increasing their population. And why they are increasing their population? They just want to exist on this Mother Earth. They do not want to become extinct. And that's why they have to increase their population. And for that purpose, these plants, maybe they are higher or they are lower, but they are ready to reproduce. And they are reproducing in different ways. And in what way they are going to reproduce, that we are going to study here. Now, the second lesson, the second chapter, it is reproduction in lower and higher animals. Again, same as we are going to study in plants. The difference will be only that in plants, some things are different or some methods are different to reproduce, or the reproduction methods are different. Now, reproduction in lower animals, it is also taking a different way. And reproduction in higher animal is also differing from the reproduction in lower animals. Here we are going to study different physiological or mechanical parts as well as different processes which are required for reproduction in the animals. Now, in the third lesson, now as we are starting with reproduction, but we know that animals are reproducing. And why they are reproducing? They have to go on with their population and their population cycle will be going on from million years ago and it will go on for the next years. But for that purpose, what is happening here? That is given in lesson number 3. That is inheritance and variance, or not variance, variation. Now, inheritance. Normally, we people are saying inheritance or inheriting. We are inheriting some characters. How we are inheriting those characters? Inheritance. Now, inheritance means what? Whatever characters are present in our ancestors, those characters are going to inherit in the next generation. And so on, the characters will go on inheriting from one generation to the next generation. Now, here in this chapter, what happens? Characters are inheriting. But with that, when characters are inheriting, with that, what happened? Variation is also taking place. Now, what is variation? Variation means, for example, we are not same as our mother or father. something's little bit difference is there, and that little bit difference is because of variation. Now what is variation? What is variating, or in which thing the variation is taking place? Now that variation is taking place during the process of crossing over. Maybe you have learned the process of mitosis and meiosis. In that, the crossing over will take place. Now, of what material the crossing over is taking place? Crossing over is taking place of chromosomes. See here. If these are the chromosomes, both are the chromosomes, and if they are present, this is coming from father and this chromosome is coming from mother, and what happens? Here, different genes are present. For example, we will see this is a gene A and this is the gene A. Again, this is gene B, this is gene C, this is D. And same alleles are present on the other side. That is B, C, D. Okay, these are the alleles. But now what happens? These chromosomes, they have come from father and this from the mother. But during the process of meiosis, what they will take place? That time, these chromosomes will go through the crossing over. These are the chromosomes which have attended the process of crossing over. And because of that, what we will get? We will get this chromosome. After that, what happens here? Again, I will show you. If this is the chromosome from father and this is from mother, what happens here? B, after that C, and this is D. Okay, and again here A, here is B and C and D. Okay, now what happens here? After some time, chromosomes will again becomes apart from each other. But now they have undergone the process of crossing over. Now what happens in this process? Some characters from mother and some characters from father had... Okay, wait. See, crossing over is taking place, but during the process of crossing over, what is taking place here? Here we have seen alleles are present. Okay. Again, I will draw this diagram. Wait a minute. See, here the crossing over has taken place, but at this place, again we will A, B, C, D. Okay. And here again A, B, C, and D. After this, in the next step, what happens? These chromosomes are becoming apart from each other. Okay. Now, after becoming apart, what happens? See. Again, A, here is small a, again small b, after that capital C and capital D. And here capital A, capital B, small c and small d. Now you got to know, here all the small letters are present in the chromosome which is coming from father, and all the capital letters are coming from the mother. But here, when after the process of crossing over, what happens here? These chromosomes are coming apart, going apart from each other, but here the variation had taken place. How variation? Now, in this chromosome, there is a recessive allele A and B and dominant allele C and D. And the other chromosome, they have dominant allele A and B and recessive allele small c and small d. In this way, variations are taking place. Now, what is the function of variation, or why the variation is taking place? Variation is taking place just because of giving birth to new characters, not new organism. I am not saying about new organism. The species will be same, but they are having variations in their characters. Just like as now I said that we are not same as our mother and father. Little bit difference is there, and that difference is taking place because of this variation. Got it? And these things we are going to learn in the deep. When I will start with this chapter, I will clear all your concepts regarding inheritance and variation. Now, after that comes fourth chapter. Now this fourth chapter, it is about molecular basis of inheritance. Now what is meant by molecular basis of inheritance? Molecular basis of inheritance means we are again studying inheritance only, but first in the lesson number 3 we have studied inheritance just superficially, but in lesson number 4 we are going to study it on the basis of molecules or at the molecular level. Okay. Now, what will be the difference between lesson number 3 and 4? Here, inheritance and variation we have seen, how the process is taking place. But here in lesson number 4, we are going to study how the inheritance is taking place with the help of molecules. In the deeper section, we are going now in the deeper section at the molecular level. Here we are just studying at the cellular level. Do you know that inside the cell molecules are functioning, and we are studying at that molecular level, and that's why the chapter is named as molecular basis of inheritance. Now next chapter, that is origin and evolution of life. Again, what is meant by origin? Do you know, when we meet a stranger or a new person, that time what that new person is asking us, he or she, they are saying us, what's your native place? That means they are asking about our origin only. And here origin means what? What is the origin of organism? Maybe it is plant, maybe it is animal, or maybe it is bacteria or microorganism. But all of them are having a origin. Or the origin means what? On which place they are originated, or in which section or in which region they are originated. They are originated on Mother Earth only, but they are having some specific time of origination, or some specific period, some specific temperature, some specific climatic conditions, and in that conditions they are going to originate, and that we are going to study in this lesson. Now with that origin, second thing comes evolution. We are not only originating. Okay, for example, if any one of us has originated from the village region, okay, and after that what happens? We will study there, we will study up to 10th standard in the village. After that we will come to the town for the higher education, and after that maybe some of us are going to other foreign, we are going to foreign also for doing our PhD or other courses. That means what we have done here, we have originated in that specific place, but after our origination we have evolved. But our process, this example I have given, it is gradual, but not that gradual as the process of evolution is. Now evolution is the process which is gradual process. Gradual means what? It is very slow process. Evolution means we are in each and every second, we as an organism, we are evolving only. Evolving means what? We are retaining new characters according to different climatic conditions or different conditions which we are facing, or different conditions to which we are getting exposed, and according to that We are evolving ourselves. Not only we people, all the organisms, all the living things on this Mother Earth, they are always 24/7, they are evolving. The process of evolution is going on inside their body. Maybe it is on molecular level, maybe it is on cellular level, maybe it is on physiological level. Okay, nowadays what we are doing? Nowadays we are not using our hand for writing purpose. We are not using our hand more for writing purpose, but we are using our hand or our fingers for using keypads on computer, tabs, mobiles. And that's why our hand, we are not using total hand, but we are using more our fingers. And before that, we are using our fingers for writing purpose. We are writing more. But now, what we are doing? We are using our fingers for all these purposes. That means we have evolved. But this process of evolution, it is a gradual process. And this process we are going to study in this chapter number 5. Now, after that, there is chapter number 6, that is plant-water relation. We know that plants are unable to live without water. It is the major problem of farmers. Some farmers, they do not have water for all the year, or they have water for some period of year only, and that's why they are unable to do their farming process properly. But here, what we are going to study, what is the relation between water and plant? Means what? How plants are taking water inside, how plants are retaining water, or how the water is required for the plants. What is the function of water, or what water is functioning for the plants? Whatever processes are done by water in the plant body, we are going to study that. We all know that water, it is a liquid and it is a circulatory liquid, and it is circulating all the minerals or required nutrients to the plants from root towards the tip region. And that we are going to study in this lesson, that is plant-water relation. After that, what comes? Lesson number 7. Now this lesson number 7, it is plant growth and mineral nutrition. Just now I said water, it is providing minerals or nutrients to the different part of plant. But how they are providing that nutrition to the plants, that in what way, that we are going to study here. And because of taking nutrients or minerals by the plant, at what stages plant is growing, that we are going to say in this plant growth and mineral nutrition. After that comes 8th chapter, that is respiration and circulation. Now tell me, respiration. We have studied this process of respiration from our school days. That time we have studied just superficially that we are giving out O2 and we are taking, we are giving out CO2 and we are taking O2. This only we have studied up to our 10th standard. But now in our higher classes, what we have to do? We have to study this respiration on the molecular level. How the process of respiration is taking place, that we have to study. How the oxygen is diffused inside our blood or inside our circulation, and that diffused oxygen, how it is bind to different molecules and how it is working for different processes of our life. Okay, that we are going to study in this respiration. Here we are not going to study respiration just superficially, but we are going to study it somewhat deeply. Okay, after that, now again see why respiration and circulation is given with each other. Why it is given with each other? Why that circulation is not given with this human health and diseases and other lessons? It is given with respiration and respiration only. Why? Because whatever gases we are respiring, those gases, they are diffused inside our circulation. And this circulation, what is that circulation? Circulatory medium is, that medium is blood. Our body contains liquids, that is in the form of blood as well as lymph and cerebrospinal fluid. These three liquids are present inside our body. And whatever gases or whatever minerals or nutritions, that things, whatever hormones, whatever enzymes that are present inside this blood circulation, and that blood circulation is helping our body to complete different activities. And now respiration and circulation are given together, because whatever gases we are taking inside or whatever gases we have to exhale outside, that gases are present, or that they are present inside the blood circulation. The medium is blood. Now, the next lesson is control and coordination. Control. Okay? Every time, what we people are doing? Whenever we have a talk with our friends, that time what our friends are saying? Control your emotions. Control your laugh. That time, our friends are saying all these things. But we are controlling that. But with the help of what we are controlling it? With the help of our brain, our neuron. And that neuron is helping us to control all our body activities. But some body activities inside our body, we are calling that movements as a peristaltic movement. That movement are not done by our wish. We can't do it by our wish, but they are controlled by our nervous system, that is neurons. Now coordination. What happens now? Coordination means what happens? Two things are coordinating with each other. Okay? Which two things are coordinating with each other? Means what happens here? If we will take the example, two persons, they are talking to each other. Okay? Means what they are doing? They are coordinating with each other. Means they are doing coordination with each other's talk. But here coordination is always taking between two things. Now which are these two things? Means external environment and internal environment. And in between these two things, coordination is going on. Coordination is taking place in between external environment, which is outside our body, and internal environment, which is inside our body. Whatever stimulus we are getting from the external environment, that are controlled by internal environment, and internal environment has neuron in between it. And external environment, there are different situations which we are going through, and it is giving a stimuli to our internal environment, that is our neuron or nervous system, that is our brain, and according to that they are forming a coordination, and because of formation of this coordination, our body system is running properly. Okay? Now, next lesson, that is human health and diseases. Now again here, what this human health and diseases is telling us about? This human health and diseases means whatever diseases are occurring due to different mediums, air, water or soil, that we are going to study here, and how we have to maintain our health. I am not saying that how to maintain your health means you have to do yoga and all. That is not given in this chapter. You have to study about different diseases and how they are taking place, which are the host for that. All these things you have to study. Now, in the lesson number 11, here what you are going to study, or what we are going to study, enhancement of food production. Okay. Nowadays again we are facing a problem of food. There is not abundant amount of food. If we are facing that problem, to give the answer to that problem, or for searching a solution for that problem, what we people are doing? Here, enhancement of food production is done. How enhancement? With the help of different genetic processes which are done to enhance food production. You all know what is BT cotton and all that things. Actually, biotechnology and the 11th and 12th lesson, they are correlated with each other. And here we are going to study different processes or different method where genetics is used. It is used in an abundant amount, and to increase food production, all the genetical processes are used here. Okay. Now in lesson number 3, that is organisms and population. How organisms are increasing their population and how we have to decrease that population, all these things we are going to study in this lesson. It is a easier lesson as compared to other lessons. Okay. And now in lesson number 14 and 15, again they are related to each other. They comes under the unit ecosystem only. Now, what is ecosystem? Ecosystem means a system where biotic and abiotic factors are coming together and they are dependent on each other. And because of their dependency, they are living in a same system. And again, when these biotic and abiotic factors, they are correlating with each other, again they are using some form of energy, and this energy, how it is flowing from each trophic level, again that we are going to study here, from first, second to third, third to fourth. In this way the energy is flowing, but that energy is unidirectional. That I will clear you at the time of this topic only. Now the last lesson, that is biodiversity, conservation and environmental issues. That is bio, again living things. Diversity means variation. There are variations in living things. How are these variations? Just now I told you in this inheritance and variation. But here this variation, how these variations and these variations are different. Diversity and variation is different from each other. Here we are going to study variations in the organism. But here we are going to study variation or diversity in species. Here we are not studying or we are not discussing variation in between different species. But here in the one place, in a area, there are different species are present. In one area, different species are present. And here only one organism, a specific species, it is going to show a variation in its character. Okay, that is the difference between this variation which we are going to study in lesson number 3 and diversity which we are going to study in lesson number 15. Now conservation. We know that nowadays we are conserving leopards, lions, cheetahs, tigers, again crocodiles, elephants, white elephants, because of these animals have near to extinction. Not near to extinction, but after some days or after some years, maybe they are going to that way only. And because of that, what we are doing for animals, we are conserving different species of animal in situ and ex situ environment, and we are again conserving our forest also. Both things, plants and animals, both of them we are going to conserve them. Now what is the motto of conservation? Why we are conserving it? We are conserving it, just what we are doing, we are conserving these organisms just to don't face them a problem of extinction. They do not have to face the problem of extinction, and that's why we are conserving these plants and animals. And again, we are facing different environmental issues also, tsunami, earthquakes, floods, and for that purpose there are different rules and laws, and what we people can do, that we will discuss in this environmental issues. Okay, this is the syllabus regarding 12th biology. This much lessons we have to study. The syllabus is not that much hard as you are thinking. But when you will go through all these lessons, you will clear all these concepts, you will get to know that syllabus is really very easy to learn. Okay, so don't be feared about this 12th biology. It is really very easy. Okay. Now, here, just we have seen how or what chapters we are going to study. Now here, we are going to see distribution of marks according to the chapters, according to the unit. Okay. Now, there are 5 units, and here in the first unit, in the reproduction, that is reproduction in plants or animals. These both lessons, they are coming for 6 to 8 marks. Okay. These are the one of the major lessons only. 6 to minimum 6 marks, maximum 8 marks from this chapter. Both lessons, from reproduction in lower and higher plants, reproduction in lower and higher animals. Both of them, as they are from the one unit, both of them have same marks, distribution of marks. Okay. Now lesson number 2, genetics and evolution. This unit contains 3 chapters. Again, here what happens? First 3 chapters, that is inheritance and variation, molecular basis of inheritance, and origin and evolution of life. These 3 lessons are showing same distribution of marks, but they are the minor lessons. Minimum marks 4 and maximum marks are 6 for all the 3 lessons. But here, after that, which comes? That is physiology. And here in physiology, we are going to study physiology of plants as well as physiology of animals. Okay. In physiology of plants, 2 lessons are there: plant-water relation and plant growth and mineral nutrition. These 2 lessons are from the plant part, that is botany part. And these 2 lessons, respiration and circulation as well as control and coordination, they are from animal part. Again, see here, how is the difference between their mark, distribution of marks? Plant-water relation and plant growth and mineral nutrition. Both of them are having same distribution of marks. Minimum marks are for 5 and maximum marks for 7. According to questions that we will see in the next slide. And this 8th and 9th lesson, again they are differing in distribution of marks. How? Respiration and circulation, it is again a major lesson. You have to study it very hard. This topic is not as much you are thinking as much it is harder. It is not harder, but you have to study it properly. You have to clear all the concepts from this chapter. Now, this chapter have minimum marks 7 and maximum marks are 10. So, see, it is the major topic. It has more, its maximum marks are more as compared to other topics which you are able to see on this slide. And now, in this chapter number 9 from physiology unit, control and coordination, again it is a major topic. That's why it has minimum marks 8 and maximum marks are 11. In this way, the distribution of marks has taken place in these 3 topics. Now, next unit. Just now I said there are 5 units. we have completed with 3 units and now 2 units are remaining. Again, unit number 4, it is applied biology. Applied means what? Whatever things which are studying in the pure sciences or whatever things we are reading or studying, that thing we are going to apply in our day-to-day life. That's why we are saying it as a applied biology. We are applying that things. We are practicing those things in our day-to-day life. Now, again in this applied biology, there are 3 chapters: human health and diseases, enhancement of food production, as well as biotechnology. They are related to each other. How? Again, human health and diseases, it is a minor topic and it has minimum marks 3 and maximum mark 4. That's why when we are discussing about chapter, that time I said that this topic is really very easy. You don't have to work hard for this topic. Okay. Now topic number 11, that is enhancement of food production. Here again it is a minor topic because it has minimum 4 marks and maximum 6 marks. And biotechnology, it is not minor or not major, but in between minor and major, because it has a marks distribution of 5 marks are minimum and 7 marks are maximum. Okay. Now we are going to the last unit from our syllabus, that is ecology and environment. Again, all these 3 lessons, they are related to each other. That's why they are kept in this unit, that is ecology and environment. Now again, these last 2 lessons, ecosystem and energy flow, as well as biodiversity, conservation and environmental issues. These 2 lessons, they have same mark distribution, that is minimum marks are 4 and maximum marks are 6. And as you have seen, this lesson number 10, human health and diseases, it is a very little topic and having very little marks, mark distribution, 3 or 4, minimum 3 and maximum 4, like that only. This organism and population, this lesson has minimum distribution of marks, or it is a minor chapter. That's why it has a marks distribution minimum 4 and maximum of, not minimum 3 and maximum 4 marks are given to this topic. Whatever questions are coming from this topic, they will be of minimum 3 marks or maximum of 4 marks. Okay. And in this way, the total will be minimum of 70 and maximum will be of 98. Got it? Now here we have completed with syllabus, means what? Whatever topics which we are going to study and what actual we are going to study in each of the topic. With that we have completed. After that we have taken mark distribution for each topic, how much marks are there, minimum or maximum marks, and we have again seen which topics are major and which topics are minor. That also we have seen. Now we are going to the paper pattern. Which type of questions you are going to face in this examination, how the questions are coming, or in what pattern the questions will come. Now again there are 4 sections, A, B, C, D, and here in this we will discuss about section A first. In section A, first question type, that is question number 1, it will be of multiple choice questions, MCQs. They are having 4 options are given and you have to take on a proper option. From the 4 options, you have to take on one proper option. And these multiple choice questions, number of questions are 10. 10 questions are asked and for each question there will be 1 mark. That means 10 questions for 10 marks will be there. Okay. Now again in section A only, first we have seen multiple choice questions, second will be very short answer questions. it will be question number 2. And again, as we have seen, 10 questions may come in question number 1, like that only 8 questions are coming in question number 2. And again here, same as question number 1, that is each question has 1 marks. In that way, 8 marks questions are coming. See here, total marks are 10, 10 questions for 10 marks. Here again same, 8 questions for 8 marks. That means 1 question is having 1 mark. After that comes short answer questions. Again, here 12 questions are asked, that is from question number 3 to question number 14. And again, from that 12 questions, you have to solve 8 questions. Here you don't have option in question number 1 and 2. You have to solve all the questions. But here you have an option. Here you have to solve only 8 questions from the 12 questions. And again, marks distribution is again different from question number 1 and 2. Here in question number 3, each question will be for 2 marks. That means 8 questions and 2 marks. 2 8s are 16. That means total marks for question number 3 to 14 will be of 16. It will be for 16 marks. And marks with option will be of 24. Now, we will see section C and D. Now in section C, there are short answer questions. In last slide also, we have seen short answer questions. See, short answer questions, we have given it as a first number. And here in C, we are again having short answer questions only, but we have given it as a, we are noting it as a 2, short answer question 2. Okay. Now again, here how many questions are coming? Again 12 questions, that is from question number 15 to 26. 12 questions are there, and from that 12 questions, you have to solve any 8 questions. And again, here in question number 1 and 2, we have seen 1 question for 1 mark. In question number 3 and 4, we have seen 1 question for 2 marks. And here we are going to see 1 question for 3 marks. That means 3 8s are 24. Again, you are getting 24 marks total, and marks with option will be 36. Now, in the last section, that is section D, here you have to write more. That means you have to write more means you have to present your paper properly with proper points. You have to write this answer point-wise, and then only you are going to gain a good marks for this question, long answer question. Now here again, it will, here again 5 questions are asked from question number 27 to 31, and here from the 5 questions you have to answer only 3 questions. That means you have to solve only 3 questions. From 5 you have to solve 3 questions. And again, 1 question is for 4 marks. 3 questions, 1 question will be for 4 marks. That means 3 4s are 12. Again, total marks will be 12, and marks with option will be 20 marks. In this way, you are completed with your paper pattern, your syllabus, what it is, what you are going to study from that, as well as you have completed with how much marks or what is the weightage for each chapter. That also we have completed with. Okay. If you are having any queries, please tell me about that. Now, if or when we people are going to study life sciences, biology is related to life science only, bio means living, logy means to study. That means we are going to study living things, life sciences. Biology is the part of life science. Whenever we are going to study this life sciences part, we have to go through some things. That is, we have to know about different things, but how we are going to know about all these things? When we have a good observation power. If we have a good observation power, then only we can be able to clear all our concepts. We should be alert for that. We should have to observe that living things properly, how they are moving, how they are flying, what body structures they are having, for what purpose they are using that body structures. All these things we have to observe. That means we have to observe nature. But how we are going to observe nature? By these 5 things. Okay. First of all, we are using our sight. We are using all these are the, we can say all these are the sense organs only. Okay. First is sight. We are observing by using our sight, by using our eyes. We are using our eyes to see all the processes, or to observe all the processes, or to observe different colors of the organism. See, we are, when we are seeing in the rainy season, or after completion of rainy season, what happens? In between winter and rainy season, that time so many butterflies are present, and that butterflies are having different colors. And we are watching, when we will see that butterflies, we will feel very happy. Why all these things are happening? Because they are giving, that color is giving us a happiness. And we are observing, we are doing an observation of that butterflies by using this sight, by using eyes. Okay. And then we are going to know which colors they are having, how the sketching is done. Okay. After that, second comes smell. We have to smell. For example, see, what happens? Whenever we are passing through passing from a road, and at that road a restaurant or a hotel is there, or a ठेला भी हो सकता है वहाँ पे, हाँ? What we are getting, what feeling or what we are getting? We are getting a smell of different food, and that smell, because of that, and if we are hungry, we are stopping there and we are eating. That means, but before eating, again what we are doing? We are observing that. Is that food, we are inspecting that food, is it proper to eat or not? And after that we are eating. But for this science, how we are using? Whatever example now I have given you, that is from our day-to-day life. But whenever we are studying science, that time how we are using this sense of smell? We have to use this sense of smell to observe, is that substance is proper to eat for us or not? Or is that substance is dead or alive? According to smell, we are getting the knowledge of this, that it is alive or good or bad, alive or dead, and all these things. And how, in this way only, we are observing only by using our nose, by using our smelling capacity. We are observing. That is the process of observation only. Observation is not only by using eyes, but it is also by using smell. After that comes touch. Okay. What happens? Sometimes, let us take the example. If we are touching a rose, flower, petals of rose, it is giving us a soothing feeling. Huh? But if while touching that rose, if accidentally we will come across its thorns, उसके कांटे को अगर हम हाथ लगाएंगे, what will happen? We will get hurted. But when we are touching petals of that flower, we are getting a very happy feeling. But when, unfortunately, when we are touching to the thorns of that roses, we are getting hurted. And in this way again, what we are doing? We are observing only. Okay. Like that, again, same thing happens in animals also. Here we have taken the example of roses, that means in plants. Some plants, they have a very soft texture. Some are having somewhat rubbish, or what we are saying, it has a hard texture. Some animals, so different types of dogs we have seen, again their fur is having different texture, and according to that what we people are doing, we are observing only. Okay, after that comes taste. Now this taste, how we are observing by using taste. Whenever, here I have given you the example of food. If we are hungry and we have to eat the food, that time what we are doing, we are tasting that food, and after that we are getting to know that it is sweet, sour, tangy or bitter, and then only we are starting to eat it. That means again there we are, what we are doing, we are observing that object or that living thing only. Okay, and the last one is sound. Okay, what happens, sometimes dogs are barking, and if we are trapped into the forest area or the jungle area, what happens, our eyes, not our eyes, our ears, they are always hearing for the voice of tiger or lions. What happens, हमें डर लगता है कि कहीं टाइगर और लायन ना आ जाए, तो that time we are hearing for sounds. And again different sounds means some sounds are good also, just like as a cuckoo, koel, he is singing and we are getting a soothing feeling from that singing. And in this way we are observing only. And how this observation is helping us? This observation is helping us to study our science, to study life science. Okay? Now, the next thing, that is imagination. See here, Albert Einstein. You all may be knowing about Albert Einstein, the great scientist. What the Albert Einstein is saying here, imagination is more important than the knowledge. See here, maybe you are knowing so many things, you have so much knowledge about anything, but when you have to apply it in your day-to-day life, that time you have to go through imagination only. You have to imagine it, how that things are working out, how that things are functioning for different purposes, and then only you are getting different ideas. That how, maybe I will give the example of starfish. The starfish, they are having a water vascular system, and that water vascular system, what they are doing, they are taking water inside their body, and after taking water inside their body, they are giving out that water. But when that water is flowing from one step to another, it is getting filtered. But some of the students, what they have done, they have used that water vascular system of starfish for making purification of water. They have designed a basin or a sink just like as a work on the basis of the principle of working of water vascular system of starfish. Why they are able to do that? Because they have a imagination power. They have imagined that where this water vascular system is used, how we can use it, and after imagining it, they have used that system in our day-to-day life to filter the water. If we are filtering water, that filter water is used for different purposes also. That means again, here we are not only filtering the water, but we are conserving also. We are helping to Mother Earth also. And how we are able to do all these things? Just because of imagination. Because of imagination, we are able to do all these things. Okay? Now next thing comes, that is experiments. Always we have to go through different experiments. And a very, what we say, all-time available lab in our home, that is our kitchen. In our kitchen, we are able to do different experiments. We are experimenting while we are making a tea. We are experimenting when we are using a lime, preparing a lime juice. We are experimenting when we are preparing different foods. And all these are the experiments. We don't have to do the experiment by using this microscope only, but we can do the experiments by different utensils or different things which we are doing, which we are using in our day-to-day life, and that is in our kitchen. Okay. Why I am telling you all these things? Because whenever you are studying about life sciences, you have to go through all these things. And if you are able to do, or if you are going through all these things, you can easily understand all the chapters of this biology. You will not take any burden for clearing all the concepts. Easily you will clear all the concepts if you are going through all these things. Okay. Now last thing, what is this? You must be curious about each and everything. You should be curious. How curious? Each and every time, whenever you are studying or whenever you are doing different things, different new things, that time what happens? You have to go through different WH type questions. These questions may have to arise in your mind. And because of this only, you are getting different answers for one question only. Okay. For example, if we are taking the example of what we will take as an example, sugar. Okay, sugar. Here we will see first, who is that sugar? Who is that sugar means what? Of what material it is made up of. Okay, what are the, see again one question. It is again giving you second question. Who is sugar? And when you have a curiosity, who is sugar? Then you will get what is sugar? That means what are the contents of sugar? After that, when that sugar is originated, or when it is ripening process, when its ripening process is done, or when it is originating. After that, which things are present in sugar, but where that sugar is used, for what purpose that sugar is used, okay, and how it is used for making different sweeteners or different sweets, and why it is used, because it is sweet and we are ready to eat that sweets. Our tongue loves to eat sweet. Okay. In this way, we have to go through this WH type questions. Okay. And if we are going through all these WH type questions, and then only we are able to complete all, or we are able to do all our syllabus properly. Not only syllabus, but it is important for all our life. Okay. In this way, today we have completed with this syllabus discussion, and we will continue our first chapter in tomorrow's lecture. And first of all, now what I am going to do, I am completing all the zoology part, and after that we are going to complete, or we are going to start with botany part. First of all, we will complete with zoology part, and then we will complete with our botany part. Okay. If you are having any queries, please comment me in the comment box. I will solve all the queries. Okay. Have a nice day. Bye.